So today I'm going to be talking about the Daiwa BG series reels. I have a 6500, a 5000, and we'll do an unboxing, talk about some specs, some pros and cons. And I also have the Gomexus plug and play handles that I'm going to install. Let's get started. So I just want to mention this isn't a paid promotion by Daiwa or Gomexus. If I find gear that I really like using and I think you may like it, then I want to give you my honest opinion. It's not that expensive. I paid $35 on the Gomexus site, and the reel I got off eBay. They were $122 each. So I've had this BG 6500 for about 5 years now, and it's just as smooth as when I first bought it. There's no play in the handle. When you come back, it stops dead, and it holds a ton of line. Let's start with the unboxing. So we'll take out the BG 6500. So you have the stock handle, and it's really wrapped well. You have it in this it's not cheesecloth, but I'm not sure what kind of material, but it's really soft so it doesn't scratch up the reel. And they're really nice looking reels. This is the 6500. Okay. We'll get the 5000 unboxed. So I want to talk about the Gomexus plug and play handles. So these Gomexus plug and play handles are really easy to install. On the back, it even says 10 seconds installation. They're stainless steel bearings, no more drilling, comfortable round knob. So when they talk about no drilling required, they're talking about if you buy just the knob, like this one here I bought a number of years ago, and I never got around to installing it. Basically, they give you washers and bearings, and they give you a set of directions. It's pretty straightforward. The only thing is, you have the stock handle here. You take out this circle and there's like a rivet in there. I was assuming there was going to be a screw in there. You just put your screwdriver in, screw it out. Well, I've seen other videos. I've talked to other sporting goods stores and they couldn't do it. So basically some other videos, they drilled out this area here, they cut here. There was different ways of doing it. And I didn't want to ruin the handle. I mean, even though I'm replacing it with the Gomexus handle, I want to keep these handles as a backup. And who knows, I mean, who knows if somebody may need one, but I didn't want to screw it up. And then I came across these, and it's real easy. It says 10 seconds installation, and it really takes like 10 seconds, if that. So I'm going to go on, and I'm going to install it. And make sure when you're ordering, you specify, if it's a 5000 or 6500. I think this handle fits 6500 and the 8000. Whereas the 5000 is slightly smaller. So this is how easy it is. You insert it right here and you just twist it. Give it a little push and you're all set to go. Let's get the 5000 installed. Same thing. Turn it till it stops. You want to hold right here and just kind of turn it slightly just to kind of lock it in a bit, and you're good to go. And as you can see, it has really nice bearings. It just keeps spinning. The thing I like about these Gomexus handles, in terms of ergonomics, they just fit really nice in the palm of your hand. As opposed to the stock handle or T-handle, over time when you're casting a lot of plugs and you're retrieving a lot, it just feels unnatural because you got to come down When you come down here, it's like a little bit of twist of the wrist. Where here, it's just one circular motion. You're not bending the wrist as you come down. That T-handle kind of forces you to turn your wrist. There's less fatigue in your hand and your arms. And aesthetically, it looks good. If it makes it look good and makes it look like a more expensive reel, you know, why not? I think it's just a big step up. I mean, some of you may like the T-handle. You may be fine with that. And I used it for a few years. And so I'm going to compare the BG 6500 and the BG 5000. The BG 6500 has a 5:3 gear ratio, weighs 29.5 ounces, and it has 33 pounds of drag. The BG 5000 has a 5:7 gear ratio, has a 22-pound drag. It weighs 22.6 ounces. So the drag on these reels is called an ATD drag, which is automatic tournament drag. I'm just going to read to you because it gets a little technical here, but it says it's an improved drag grease that exhibits a low viscosity at rest, yet becomes more viscous immediately after drag startup. This reduces initial drag startup inertia, and combined with the structural changes of the ATD drag system results in a smoother drag for the initial hookup. Now, all I know is I fought some fish in some heavy current and it works great. You know, you can haul in some big fish, especially the 6500. You have 33 pounds of drag. Even the 5000 has 22 pounds of drag. And if you listen, a lot of clicks, very smooth. So both reels have 6 ball bearings, 1 roller bearing, and they're CNC machine spooled. They have stainless steel bales, aluminum body cover, and arm. They both have a digigear, which is a large gear, and the teeth are cut really deep, so you have a real smooth retrieve. And then we have what they call a Manibia ball bearing inside. They're really high quality ball bearings, which is why you get this real smooth retrieve. Some of the higher end reels have them. They have a nice feature here. You have a screw at the bottom. You can take this piece out right here. And that's if the bottom gets all banged up. You won't have to replace the whole chassis here. And one of the nice features it has a left or right retrieve, so you can retrieve with your left hand, or you can switch the handle over to the right side. You just take this cap off. So with the BG series air rotor, it's basically designed to be more lightweight and has a better rotational balance than previous models. So when you're reeling it in, it's really smooth. There's no wobble or play. One thing that's nice about the BG series, they're braid ready. You don't need a backing. So with the BG 6500, you're getting 48.7 inches of line per crank. The BG 5000, you're getting 47.4 inches of line per crank. What that means is, let's say you start with your handle at 12 o'clock position. You come around one time around once back to 12, getting more or less 4 feet of line that you've retrieved in with one full turn of the handle. One other important point that I want to mention is I like to rinse my reel after each use. That way you're getting rid of any excess salt that might be on there, and it's definitely going to extend the life of your reel for sure. On the BG 5000, you can hold 480 yards of 40-pound braid, 360 yards of 50-pound braid, and 310 yards of 65-pound braid. Mono, 500 yards of 14-pound test, 380 yards of 17-pound test, and 280 yards of 20-pound test. The BG 6500, it holds 550 yards of 50-pound braid, 440 yards of 65-pound braid, and 330 yards of 80-pound braid. You get 370 yards of 20-pound test, 310 yards of 25-pound test, and 260 yards of 30-pound test. So they hold a ton of line. I don't think you're going to have to worry about a fish spooling you out. So are there any cons? I think there's more pros than cons, but the stock handle, it's definitely usable. I use it for a few years, but as I said, once you go to the Gomexus, you won't want to go back. It's just way smoother. As I said, it fits really snug in your hand. It's less fatigue on your wrist, on your arm. So what would be another con? And for me, it's not really a con. I'm used to it, but it does have a manual bail. So when you go to cast, you flip your bail open, you have your line, you make a cast, and you have to flip the bail back by hand. It's not a way you turn the handle and it clicks automatically. That may be a deal breaker for some of you. If it is, then this wouldn't be the reel for you, but you do get really used to it. And I mean, for the amount of reel you're getting for the price, you know, it's just a great price performance. You get a lot of bang for your buck. So go to one of your sporting goods stores and try one out, and I think you'll be happy that you did.